Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Said notice was published in the Home News Tribune on January 23, 2024, posted in Borough Hall and sent to the Star Ledger for information. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act were satisfied. This is the 2025 reorganization meeting of the Board of Adjustment. We'll ask that everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have the roll call, please?
Would you like to read the Sunshine Act?
I did.
Oh, he
that.
did.
Just did? He did, I'm so sorry, I apologize,
Okay,
I
did
was
that right after I
distracted.
called the meeting to order.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
That's typically how I do it.
Ms. Delgado? Mr. Johnson?
Present.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Here.
Ms. Zielski?
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Mr. Sondergaard?
Here.
Mr. Tobin? Mr. Topping?
Here.
Mr. Sukan?
Here.
Ms. Patel? Mr. Darrer?
Present.
Mr. Malvone? Thank you.
Thank you. A quorum being present, the first order of business will be the annual reorganization of the board, and the first order of business in the reorganization is the election of the chairperson. Are there any nominations for the position of chairperson of the Board of Adjustment?
I nominate Dan Topping.
Second.
Whatever, 2 seconds.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll declare nominations to be closed. All those in favor of Mr. Topping as chairperson, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Possibly me.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you. I guess I get to
I'll
take
turn
the
the gavel
gavel.
over.
Thank you, Bob. And yes, and with that, the next matter of business is the appointment of a vice chair, at which point I would proudly like to make my own nomination of Mr. Rabinowitz. Is there a second?
Second.
Guess, any other nominations, or should we close it? Okay, we'll close it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Mr. Rabinowitz, welcome back. Great to be next. Do any of these other ones need roll calls, or just affirmative?
Only when you get to the professionals and the board secretary, so,
Okay,
no, actually, they all do from now on. They all need roll calls.
okay. So, just going through, making sure I'm in order. I guess I'm missing the secretary one. Yeah, okay, yeah, they are in order, yes, okay. The next up is a motion to appoint,
Thank you.
I have my own. Okay, it is a motion to appoint as board attorney, Mr. Robert Renaud Esquire, Renaud Colicchio. There,
Second?
roll call?
Ms. Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Sukan?
Yes.
Mr. Dreyer?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to return and serve the board. Always enjoy it, and we'll look forward to a good year. Thank you.
Welcome back, Bob. Next item is the appointment of board secretary, appointment of Joanna Roberts as board secretary. Is there a second?
Second.
Popular.
Give it a Silsky.
Thank you.
She was louder.
Thank you.
Ms. Delgado?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Sukian?
Yes.
Mr. Derer?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
I guess so.
Well, thanks.
Okay. And the next item is, okay, appointment of planner, Chris Cosenza from LRK. Is there a second?
Second.
Sounded like Rabinowitz to me.
Thank you. Ms. Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Sukian?
Yes.
Mr. Derer?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And now the next resolution will be agreement to appoint Nikki Luludis, I think I said that correct, from Colliers Engineering as the board engineer. Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Sukian?
Yes.
Mr. Derer?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Look forward to working with all of you. Happy New
Welcome.
Year.
Welcome aboard. You'll
Happy New Year.
you'll find out we are a good crew.
That's what I've heard.
It's because we just voted him in, you know.
The next item is, and I do not see any conflicts within this, but everyone in their packets has a meeting dates for 2025. The typical ones we need to check against, potential religious holidays that have conflicts and things like that. But offhand, I didn't see anything major.
There's just one we need to change, which is the 2026 reorganization meeting should be the 8th, not the 15th. We set the 15th for
Oh,
the
no, I
planning
have the
board.
8th. Do you have the incorrect?
I must have an old one.
I have a, that's
Yeah,
what I have too.
my-
I
mine-
apologize. Oh, you know why? Because that's what went out in the packet.
Okay.
Okay.
The packets had the old date, but the new date is January 8th, 2026.
Okay.
So if you look at your most recent emails with, and I'll send this out again as well.
Okay.
With
Okay.
the new directory and everything.
Thank you.
But
Okay.
yes, thank you for that.
So we need to take a motion on that?
Motion?
Second?
Thank you.
And that's just a voice vote, I think?
Be a voice vote,
Yeah,
sure.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. You'll do the oaths later, or?
I've done, everybody's been sworn in, so.
Okay, great.
All the oaths have been taken care of.
Okay, it shall be noted on the record that everyone has been sworn in. Excellent. The next item of business, before we get to new business, just to get it out of the way, is a resolution for 241396 Fern Abbott at 45 Robbins Place. Everyone has that resolution. Is there a motion to approve that?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Sukian?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you didn't call my name because I had to recuse myself.
Correct.
Yeah, great. Okay, and now for the first item of new business for this year, it is 241396E, Eric Hutton at 72 Delaware Avenue, proposing a second floor addition along with a first floor renovation to the residence. You may come to the dais.
Well,
Are you planning on plugging in? Okay,
so we are
Broadcasting.
broadcasted, so it has to be facing.
yeah, possibly to
Well,
stand
since
over.
there's
the-
nobody in the audience, I guess
Yeah,
I
we
would
usually-
face it towards the board.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might as well face it towards the board.
Yeah, if you-
Ordinarily, we put it so everybody could see
Yeah,
it,
kinda
but since nobody's here.
Stand behind the engineer, and yeah, I think that works. You're missing a lot of people tonight. Must be Penn State fans.
Or Notre Dame.
That's true. My, go.
Yeah, you know.
Marching.
Who's going to testify? Okay. All right, why don't I do you both at the same time? Do you want to raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give in this proceeding will be the truth and nothing but the truth? And let's start with the applicant. Could you state your full name and address, please?
And please use the microphone. Thank you.
Eric Hutton, 72 Delaware Ave, Metuchen, New Jersey.
Okay. And
Mike Dinocenzi, North Brunswick, New Jersey, MDM Architecture.
could you spell your last name for me, please?
Dinnocenzi.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I guess just to qualify, your license in the state of New Jersey, current, no issues?
Yeah, I've been operating for 30 years. I'm licensed in New York and New Jersey.
Okay.
You
You
can
are,
take that out of the stand, by the way. Mr. Hutton, you have to sort of start the application off, if you wouldn't mind. So if you would tell the board, and I understand the architect will testify about the, we'll call it the technical part of it, but can you just describe what you want to do and why you want to do it?
Sure. So me and my wife have owned the property for almost 4 years now. We have a 13-month-old child, so we've expanded our family, and the property under its current structure is a little bit tight for our family as we're growing. So what we're looking to do is expand upon the second floor, make it a Cape Cod into a colonial type of property, make a suite bedroom over our current garage, and then have some additional bedrooms upstairs as well. And then on our current first floor, opening up the space, opening up a few walls to make some of the just living space more of an open area. Right now, we're really crammed for space with a 13-month-old, toys everywhere. I could barely move to work. So really just looking to create some more space for our family as we're looking to grow. Really love the area. We're from the area originally as well, so want to be able to stay in our home without having to, relocate. The contractor we're working with did the same job to a home 2 houses down from us on the same street, so we're looking to kind of mirror the same work that was done there.
Okay, any questions for him?
any questions for the applicant? No. No, okay. We'll open it up to the public at the end, all at once, so you may.
Yeah, just to kind of explain a little more of what they're talking about. This is the existing house as it is, and here's the site plan here. It's a tight site. It's under, non-conforming in terms of width as it is. So
Is your microphone on?
can you hear or no? Maybe I don't have it close enough.
Yeah,
I
you
think you have to keep it
gotta have it
close to
close.
your mouth
Keep
Yeah,
it close,
sorry.
okay.
and speak up.
Sorry, I'm not used to
Right.
So the intention was to go up, get as much square footage as we could into the house without expanding over the existing footprint. And, kind of creating something that's common in the neighborhood, doesn't stand out. So we came out with a nice kind of colonial feel here. We have the arches in the front of the house, and kept a bay window in the front and built out over the garage, as you can see. We're going to use the traditional materials in the neighborhood, maybe some board and batten up at the top. It's a common material now used on a lot of newer houses. In terms of landscaping, there is a lot of existing landscaping around the house that we were going to try to maintain. Obviously, it's construction, so some of that might be damaged. The owner will replace whatever gets damaged and enhance once the work is done. I brought a picture from Google Earth here, just to show from above the site. You can see that this is the house right here. You can see there's a major tree in front of the house, actually. It's on the street, but it's pretty big. Its plume takes up most of the property out front. So what we're looking to do in terms of trees is to add one of the trees that, you know, that was zoning approved, kind of a flowering tree here in front of the house, in the area where it's a little bit more open, which would be this area right here. That big tree is right here in front of the house. We didn't feel another tree on the other side of the property because it's not a very large property, and having one under another larger tree, not good for the tree, and I think it would just look over jammed. So that's what we're attending there. And the type of tree will be from the palette of what the town requires. So upstairs, again, this is where we've expanded. We just wanted to get more sizable bedrooms. There's 3 of them up here, 2 bathrooms, one for the master bedroom suite and one for the bedrooms up here. And we kind of enlarged the stair and made it a 2-story space. Lots of light, lots of air. And then downstairs, as they said, we've opened up a few of the walls on here to kind of open up the space and make it a little bit more modern than it's been. Any questions?
Yeah, so in terms of your variances, you have an existing footprint, and the second story, is it going completely over what's existing now, or are there any projections that encroach into any side yards, front yards, backyards, the like?
So the side yards, we're flush with the side of the lower floors of the building right now. We're just going straight up. On the one side of the house, it's only 1.8 feet off the property line, so it's very tight. That's the garage side. No windows on that side. It'll have to be fire rated, the wall. On the other side, again, we're going flush up, so we're not expanding anywhere there. On the front and back, the front of the house, I believe we're just maintaining, for the most part, the front line of the house here. We're not going any further. We might even be back a little bit from it in some, kind of steps in and out a little bit, but we're not coming any further out. And in the back, we do have a cantilevered area here. It's a 2-foot cantilever in the back. You can see it right here.
Okay.
So,
And the rear yard is not a variance, correct?
no.
So you're permitted to go back, but you are extending, I guess, the side a bit further because you're going back further.
Yeah, technically, this kind of would be going back further.
Okay.
Right.
So are of the variances that we're looking at, the side yard and front yard on the left side, they're going to be unchanged from what's existing?
Yes, we're not going any further. We're not making, they're over already, correct? So we're going up.
Right.
So in that sense, you could say that but we're not really going any further out on either side or out front. We're not making it worse in that way.
Okay, and you're also seeking variances for lot area and lot width because they're both undersized and they can't be made any
Correct.
wider.
And, we've, to note, I think you presented it quite clearly, we've had a lot of applications, possibly even your neighbor who you're
Yeah, there's
using
been a
this.
lot of this in our neighborhood
Yeah.
that people do.
And when we see people from that neighborhood, it's a lot of the same story, which is existing, non-conforming. There's nothing you could do about it when you bought it. And lo and behold, if you want to improve your house, suddenly you have to deal with this great board. Yeah. So I think from an architectural standpoint, I think what you've presented is very clear. I have no questions. Does the board have questions?
I just wanted to say, I'm recognizing that, you're in a 1950s Cape. As it was said, we're seeing these applications. So I've walked the inside of this house, this layout, many times. You only
Sold
have
the house around the
one,
corner from us a couple months ago, so.
leave that off the record. But where you have only one bath right now?
We have we have a full bath downstairs, and then we have like our 2 upstairs, a Jack and Jill, so it's like,
Yeah.
you could access it from both
Either
bedrooms
side.
upstairs, yeah.
And right now, where are you eating? In your kitchen?
So when you walk into our house to the right, it's a small dining area. So we want to make, on the other side where we have the kitchen and living room now, we want to open that up and make that into a kitchen and dining room flow together.
I'm just saying it's a very smart
Yeah,
plan.
it's not, you know, if we, for the holidays, if we have 10 or 12 people over, it's like you can't move, you know, so yeah, it's not super functional.
I understand. I think it's a very clean use of a little small box that you have. It's a big impact for what you're doing.
Just one quick question for the architect. Can you just repeat what materials are you going to use for this siding?
We haven't really gotten too far into it, but it'll probably be a vinyl siding to most of the house above and to the right here. We do show some stone at the base here, just at the base and at the garage area. And then finally, up in the pediments and maybe the feature center piece here, we might go with some board and batten, either vinyl or cement board, depending on cost and what can be afforded, so.
I've been requested to speak up into the microphones
Oh.
by the TV crew.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Big difference. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
He's very
much.
soft-spoken, so.
Yeah, you're getting the hang of it.
By the million people watching.
Yes.
Hey, they heard we might reappoint me tonight.
So we tried to, again, make something that both in use and size and in look is something within the scope of what's in the area. We didn't want to do anything ostentatious or try to go too big. We just tried to get what we could out of what we had, that's all.
Yeah, it very much appears to control the scale and will fit in with the neighborhood.
Very much so.
I guess I had one question for, in your memo, you noted possibly a couple things. Were there any outstanding items?
So there's only something typically with the landscaping. I mean, the architect already referenced that it's not enough space to put an additional shade tree in the front yard.
Right.
I am not really supposed to have the final say in terms of the landscaping. That's typically Chris's thing.
Right.
So I don't want to give any definitive answer in terms of if I'm okay with it or not. So I guess we can just kind of put that up to when they're submitting permits for construction and zoning, and we can figure it out there.
So a condition might be, I get it, and, you have to be sensitive to just how much is being asked to put in, and we do have plant palettes and things like that, so the condition might be to work with Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Ordinarily, I would say we would be subject to compliance with the borough's tree and landscaping ordinances and subject to the review and approval of the board's planner. And do you have any objection to, a lot of times we'll have the final finishes are subject to the planner's review and approval. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's good with me.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah,
yes.
my understanding, he's been pretty helpful. So we still have to open it up to the. public.
Yes, yes. So just make sure there's no other questions here?
I did have one more question. I just want to make sure so that we're not missing anything. What's the issue of sidewalk? Only because this neighborhood is the hot topic on sidewalk.
If you don't mind, Mr. Chair, I could jump
Yeah, and
in.
I thank you for
So
putting, I
this-
thank you for putting that in your letter.
I know we've had a lot of issues with this in the past, but this project is actually under 500 square feet, so they're qualify for an exemption from the sidewalk.
Beautiful. Thank you. Just wanted to clarify.
Okay, so seeing no further questions from the board, I will now, this is one of the funnest parts about my thing, open up to any questions or comments from the public.
Chairs.
Seeing nobody in the room, we can close the public portion. And I would say, in terms of these are C variances,
Yes.
so they've because of the neighborhood, the qualities of both the land and the house that's on it, you have, I think, provided enough testimony that, a hardship of the pre-existing non-conforming, neighborhood and qualities justify that the improvements you're making well balance the sensitivities to making improvements without causing any additional, damage or any harm to the intent of the zoning itself. So I commend you both for a well-prepared application and a well-presented
Thank you.
application. So with that, I think we can close this and someone can make a motion on it.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay.
It'll be subject to the conditions that I mentioned, the two conditions.
Roll
Ms.
call.
Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Rabinowitz?
Yes.
Ms. Zielski?
Yes.
Mr. Sondergaard?
Yes.
Mr. Topping?
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome to Metuchen, 4 years.
4 years in.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You
Came
get,
during pandemic, it's all the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Island. She's from Inland Park, there, so we didn't come from very far. But
Well-
we knew the area well already. But,
you meet with this board, you're officially locals.
Yes.
So,
thank you.
good luck with the addition.
We'll have a resolution for you at the next board meeting.
Thank you,
Okay,
board, I
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And with
nice
that,
line.
is there a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And the only other matter we have here is the approval of minutes, which I guess we have to do sequentially.
You know, we did them, at the planning board, we did the three of them, but actually, I don't think that was a good idea, so I think
Okay.
I think we should do them
Okay.
separately.
I
Okay.
also have maybe a question, Chair, for the attorney. And nothing obviously against this recent applicant, but there have been a mix of electronic and non-electronic
Yeah.
items. Is there a way, do I have to make a motion to change protocol? Is there something where we can start to mandate electronic materials for
So
every
that
meeting?
was approved last month. And I just changed the application packet
Okay, great.
today. And yes, they will have to be digital from here on out.
Great, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I'm glad it's all clarified and, because, yeah, it's
Is
not
that
fair.
something that's also going to be on our website so that it's very clear to other people as well?
Well, yes, the application packet is on the website and that is, but what you're saying is.
The requirements of
Yeah, just
it's-
requirements.
It's in the
the application.
directions, like.
Okay,
So
great.
if you look at the application packet, it's broken down into, getting your material in, noticing your neighbors, what happens at the hearing, what happens after the hearing.
Got it, okay.
So within that, and I've actually bolded it, and I will make a point of, as a matter of fact, as I was sitting here, I was like, I need to contact so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so,
Make sure they know.
make sure they know.
Yeah.
Of
caps.
Applications.
Yeah.
that I have.
caps.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Why
it'll
is
be
she shouting at us?
Because it'll be a requirement, do we then deny their hearing if they don't come with electronic materials?
That
If that's your pleasure, if that's what the requirement is.
Is there a way we can ensure that they are coming with it? Like, is there a,
Again?
like,
I could definitely make it a point of.
okay, yeah, I think we should check it
Explaining.
because I'd hate to have people pay for the
Agreed.
professionals and then they come here and they don't have it. And we're,
Right.
sort of crushing the applicants
Or the people who've come to testify?
Yeah.
or yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah,
worse.
or the people who
Or
come
the
to
public
object.
Or
as
the
well.
public,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I can
so-
say, many towns require, as part of their checklist, when you submit X number of drawings, to also submit a thumb drive.
I do get that, which is on the website. So if you go onto our website, everything, the documents are there. But the requirement we are making is no more of these boards. It has to be on the screen. That's what we're making
Yeah,
mandatory.
we're making them plug
Then
into.
you can pull it up with the thumb drive. Or,
Yeah, that makes us do it though.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
understood.
And actually, I mean, I'm sure there is a way, but the screens are monitored by that plug. I mean, I'm sure I can do it up here somehow, but honestly, to
And the
have.
liability's on you to know where they're
Agreed,
clicking.
to facilitate and run that would be a little bit of a nightmare for
Oh,
me,
thank you.
to be honest.
Understood.
Thank you, I appreciate the clarification.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. Good. Okay, great. Okay, so with that, I think we could do the minutes. We'll, at this, Bob's suggestion, we'll do them independently. And I think Mr. Rabinowitz had
Change.
an edit to 1 month. Do you remember
So
which month?
I do want to,
I want to say it was October, but I don't remember.
it was October, but when I went back to my notes, Mr. Rabinowitz, you were here for the hearing, you were not here for the memorialization. I have you absent October 10th. I have you here the 12th for the hearing, which you voted on.
Okay.
But you were absent for the memorialization of that. So that's why it's not, is
well-
that what you're questioning? That's what you're questioning?
Oh, so in the October minutes was when we memorialized the
Suburban
resolution.
development.
It was so you weren't here to memorialize
So I
the
was here to vote on
resolution.
it, which was what month? But
This is
then-
September.
September.
Oh, and then wasn't here in
Okay.
October? Okay,
Okay.
got it, okay.
So that's where that came in.
Okay,
So,
understood,
so
fine.
no edits are made.
No
Okay.
edits, correct.
Okay, so I will make a motion to approve the September 12th meeting minute.
One small thing, it's got, I think it's a tiny typo on page 3. It says Mr. Robin instead of Mr. Tobin.
Where? What month are you in?
On September?
September?
I see that on
Page
right
3.
here. Mr. Robin
Oh.
instead of Tobin.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate
problem.
that.
So we will make that edit, and other than that edit, is there a second?
Second. Oh,
Ms. Delgado?
I hear you just have to yell in this meeting.
Who motioned that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think you started?
I didn't start anything.
Oh,
So I'll take the motion.
okay.
Ms. Delgado,
There you
thank you
go.
for the motion. Who would like to second?
Second.
There it is.
Thank
There we
you.
are.
Look at you guys catch
And then
those.
it's just all ayes?
Yeah, we could do,
Okay,
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
October 10th, 2024, any typos? Seeing none? Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
You never said I get tired.
Yeah, no, it's weird. A lot of ayes, yeah. December 12th meeting minutes. I will make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And most importantly, I will personally make the motion to adjourn today. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
With a
you.
whole reorganization and testimony of a full application in 33 minutes.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Happy New Year.
You did tell me.